Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an anatomy studies drawing session. If you've watched my art supplies haul slash art studio tour, then you will know that I have multiple sketchbooks, and one of those sketchbooks is strictly used for studies. It could be anatomy studies, object studies, anything that's a study slash drawing exercises are to be into that sketchbook. So I started off this video by just cleaning my eraser. I have this sandpaper on a wooden stick. It came with my pencil kit and I just use it to clean my eraser. I don't know what else it's supposed to be used for, but that's like the most efficient way for me to even put it to use. Then I started to draw. This sheet specifically is anatomy studies related to the hand. So there's the hand that is slightly open, wide open, and there's other notes I can't really clearly see right at this moment, but eventually throughout the video you'll get to see it. And so just a quick mention, what I'm holding is a pencil extender. So the pencil that's actually into that pencil extender, you see where my thumb is? That's pretty much where it ends. That pencil is literally on its last breath. But one thing I don't like to do is waste food, waste art supplies. Listen, if I've spent my money on it, I'm gonna try to use it until it can't be used anymore. So here are a few benefits of drawing studies. So if you're about to have a sketchbook session, it's a great way to warm up. It helps you to recalibrate, get back into this artistic mode, if you will. And at the base of it, it just helps you to practice. Those are exercises. It helps you to sharpen up your drawing skills so that when you do decide to do freehand drawing with or without references, then you can have some sort of base to rely on. Also, those anatomy studies slash drawing exercises in themselves can use as reference. There is nothing wrong with reference. I've heard the little debate about references and stuff, and if we're just literally being honest, everything is a reference. You don't have to pull up a specific Pinterest picture or a Google picture, whatever it is. You know, you will want to draw a landscape. You'll need to see that landscape to draw it, if that makes sense. So you do need a reference. But anyway, let's just talk about this hand exercise that I'm currently getting done. The base of the hand exercise is to begin your hands with squares and then go from there and just do little shape by little shape until you have a full wrist, a thumb, and all of the fingers and the position of them. So that's a pretty easy exercise. It helps you to even, get to draw the hand, because it can be pretty freaking hard to draw hands. I'm not even gonna lie. I was done with drawing hands because as much as it can be fun, it does also get tiring. I wanted to do something new, something fresh, so I flipped my page and now we're drawing sneakers. So those obviously are sneakers seen from the front. So yeah, to draw this shoe, what you have to do first is draw a rectangle type of shape where the bottom is wider than the top, and you can also make that last line at the very bottom, you can make it rounder, because a shoe is not completely flat, it is a bit round, especially if the character is like walking, or it can even look like the character is standing on their tippy toes, but really it's just the view from the front. There is a curve. And then what I do is I add the tongue of the shoe and those straps on each side of the shoes that are like pretty much at the ankle level. That's what you use to lace up the shoes. So I'm going to add them right now. Just a moment. Here I'm adding laces and the tongue. Okay, the specific shoe, let's say I didn't add the shoelaces straps at the ankle level, but I'm doing it now. So I did it on the first side, and then did it on the second side, and then I built up from there. As long as you know what the formula is, you might not want to start directly with that rectangle-ish base. You could, as long as you know what the components of a shoe is, then it gets easier, and then you can stylize the shoe, you can customize it, you can make it yours, you can make it more feminine, more masculine. I wanted to do something different, so I ended up drawing a ice skating shoe. So that's the very next thing I'm gonna draw. I decided to add that little blade at the bottom. I'm not sure if we call it a blade actually, but I decided to add the metal part at the bottom. to make it look more like an ice skating shoe. So yes. After that, once again, I was done with the shoe drawing study, so I flipped through my pages and I tried to find something else to draw. And then on this page, oh goodness, there are noses, right? I never imagined noses to be so tough to draw. I kind of do sound like I'm complaining, but I'm not. This is just an observation. Like, you know, when you used to be a kid, or even at your beginning stages of drawing, you know how you draw noses? Yes, you remember that little triangle, that two-sided triangle. It didn't even have three sides. It was just a two-sided triangle, and that was the nose, and we understood it and we kept it pushing. But I'm trying to develop my skills, so I did go into a more intricate method, which is why I have a step-by-step tutorial above, which I'm following. I drew it myself based off of an exercise I picked from Pinterest. Once again, I will link my drawing anatomy and drawing practice board below if you want to find the exercise by yourself. But yes, it is a step-by-step type of thing where you do draw the nose a couple of times. Like, you draw the base a couple of times. The step 1 you will draw 5 times. Step 2 you will draw 4 times. Step 3 you will draw 3 more times. Step 4 you will draw 2 times. Step 5 you will draw once. So that's how I was able to do my practice on the step-by-step little graphic above. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna let the music vibe out a little bit, because we will be staying on this page for a while for exercise number 2, the one I'm just starting. So that drawing exercise, you draw the nose by first drawing the bridge of the nose, and then you move on to the nostrils, and then you go back to the top bridge of the nose, like the part that's closest to the corner of your eyes, the inner corner. And then what I do is I outline, I shadow, I pretty much render the nose to make what needs to pop out at the forefront versus the back front more evidently. So that's pretty much the step. This one is, there's not as many steps, there's 3. But then again, as soon as you get the hang of the components of the anatomy part you're trying to draw, you might not want to draw it step by step the way you learned it. You might just start to draw with the step that makes you the most comfortable, or that makes the most sense to you, or that's the best way to like anchor yourself off of some sort of base / reference. So it's completely up to you. So moving on to the next exercise, this is also a nose exercise, but as you can see, it's much more stylized. So these type of noses look like they could be both used into comic art and cartoon style art. That first nose that we're drawing is going to be an upturned nose. It's viewed from the profile, and then it's viewed from the front of the face. So I decided to add arrows to this exercise just to really remind myself where the direction of the nose is going to. So upturned obviously is going up. Then there's a straight nose that's viewed from the profile and then from the front of the face. And this exercise is ended by the downturned nose that's viewed from the profile as well and the front of the face. Once again, since this is a stylized type of nose, that exercise is pretty much self-explanatory. You just pretty much draw it the way that you do see it. There are no specific steps, and it just helps you to base yourself off of like some stylized type of noses to then create your own style. With that being said, I'm gonna let the music vibe out. To wrap up this exercise, I decided to pretty much clean up my line art. So I decided to make some of the lines darker, just a little bit of rendering. And this is going to wrap up today's anatomy studies drawing session. I hope this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form. Once again, please remember to check out my description box, as I will link my drawing exercises board below. And once again, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you can subscribe, stick around for more drawing anatomy studies series. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you very soon.